This was my tree stand for this year's deer hunt, and as janky as it looks, this is going to go down as one of my best deer hunts ever. Let me explain. You see, a year ago, my wife and I bought a new property, and we turned it into a homestead. It's been a lot of work. Last year, didn't get a chance to hunt at all. We were too busy building barns and duck houses and fixing up the cabin. So when it came to this year, I wanted to just do a quick, dirty, cheap deer hunt. So I just screwed a couple 2x4s to a tree, fabbed up a quick and dirty little tree stand, hung it in the tree. Made a few mistakes, like not having leg rests, but we'll get to that. I set myself up right in the middle of our 11-acre field. I had a good view, 80 yards to my left, 40 yards straight ahead, and 240 yards out to my right, where I expected the deer to come from. Now, within minutes of sitting in the tree stand, my legs were falling asleep, so something to improve for next time. While sitting in the stand, I was visited by this little guy, and as cute as he was, I was a little annoyed that he was scaring away all the deer, so I gave him a little bit of a shoot. Next time, buddy. Now for this hunt, we weren't using any fancy equipment. For my gun rest, I broke off a branch, set it between my legs, and lined it up towards where I wanted to shoot. And it worked out pretty well. Now let's take a closer look at the field I was hunting in. I was set up here. After about 2 hours, I saw 2 deer come out here, and they walked along the tree line. Keep in mind, this is 240 yards out. I had a good face wind, so they couldn't smell me. However, because of that wind, I could feel my whole tree shaking. As I scoped on them, looking right at their lungs, I could feel my gun go about 3 inches low, 4 inches high, 2 inches low, 1 inch high, and I was not about to take that shot. So I decided to call them closer. So I let out a few grunts, and sure enough, we were right in the middle of the rut. They responded immediately, and both deer turned right towards me. So I watched as they trailed in along this path, and every time they'd stop, I'd let out a few grunts and wait, and they'd keep progressing. I kept doing this till about 80 yards, and I really seriously thought about taking the shot. I had them lined up broadside, but because they were responding so well to my calls, I decided let's try to get them closer. And they got right in front of me, 40 yards, both broadside. So I loaded my 300 Savage and lined up my first shot. The doe was more mature than the buck, so I decided to take her out first. One quick shot, double lungs, she dropped immediately. Then the buck did something I didn't expect. Instead of running, he just kind of crouched down. So I let out one more grunt, did a quick reload, and took another shot. Double lung, dropped. Here's an image where they fell. I didn't drag them here, I didn't move them. They were both dropped immediately. So from the time I shot them, I waited about 10 minutes, climbed down from the tree, and got to work. This happened around 2 p.m. By about 10 p.m., I had them both vacuum sealed in the freezer. Another hour and a half, and I had everything cleaned up and got myself showered. 2 deer, 2 shots, moments apart. I could not have asked for a better hunt. So if you guys have any questions or concerns, leave a comment down below and let's keep this conversation going. I'd love to chat with you guys. I'll be sure to respond. Till next time.